All right, typical disclaimer at the beginning. Everyone tells me to be meaner, so I am going to go ahead and start really digging to try and get under some skin here, starting off with something that might ruffle some feathers of some powerful people. Look at this shelf. Not only do you, so help me God, need to read something that's not recommended to you by me, but on top of this, who uses a bookend like that? Those are sideways books with a bookend used to keep it sideways against the shelf, but none of that's the roast. Dude, think of how many other books you could have read if you didn't spend all of this
on just some Sanderson special editions.
Get out of the MCU of the fantasy space and try to read something a bit more challenging. Can you? Although you have one Malazan book, so credit. That immediately gives you a +1. Wow, I can literally see your priorities are TV in front of shelf. Also, Jesus Christ, man, just push it over a little if you can so it's not blocking part of the shelf. This is just terrible, objectively understanding of like room design and what your eyes need to see. What's behind the TV? I don't get to know. None of us get to know. The mug's dope. The mug is dope. No one's going to argue that. Also, I can tell you quit Wheel of Time after just one book. Go f*** yourself. And on top of that, don't you dare tell people you read it just because you watched my summary video. I'll find you and break your knees. Also, if you're curious to see another summary, the Jade City summary's just been posted on Patreon. You'll be getting the full Greenbone summary saga in a couple of weeks here on the channel. Self-promo done. Is that the back end of a goldfish up there or a sock? I just said a sentence no one has said before. Coolest Skull of the Day award goes to you. Possibly coolest guitar of the day award goes to you. Cool. And I would say, like, this is a perfectly fine shelf. I am okay with this, except, dude, you took this photo, right? We constantly come back to this. You took this photo, and at no point before going did you think, oh, maybe I should take my dirty goddamn dish off the table. No. I need to show tens of thousands of people that dirty dish. Screams dope, and I like that you got Stephen King. You have good taste in horror. Terrible standards of living.
You make me sad.
Maybe even more controversial thing to say to piss off some Sander fans. Having the all-white spines, not only more affordable than doing all those special editions, looks better on a shelf. Fight me. And then I'm going to take both of these Funko Pops. I'm going to wait for you to fall asleep. And I'm going to... You decide which way. Love the doggo. Bonus point for the doggo, for sure. The shoes right next to the shelf kind of disturbs me because one of the things I enjoy about going near a bookshelf is the aura, the smell of pages, the desire to get lost in their folds. But if I come near your shelf, I'm going to smell eggs smeared on pavement. I don't know what those little candle-like things are, but they're cool. Wow. You even make sure your feet are sweaty while they're in those shoes. Oh, your Wi-Fi router. Let's see if we can get any security issues going on here. No. But your cable management makes me want to burn down a plane. Daniel, but you haven't graded a single one. Fail. Every single one I've seen so far is a failure. Completely and absolutely. That's your grade so far, except for the doggo. He gets a D for doggo. Not a completely basic shelf. It looks like you took those like Christmas wrapping paper tubes and made a shelf out of it, which I kind of enjoy. The dangly lights, no, just get some hidden strip lighting. You'll have a much better effect without that like dangle vibe going on. I like that your Wheel of Time is kind of like sealed to the roof. A lot of the times that looks bad, but this kind of works. The plantage I feel like would look slightly better if it was scattered on a butte. Your portal cube's awesome. Your display is actually going pretty well. I'm happy to say our first not fail of the day. You get a D, mainly because I feel like if I punch one of those pillars, the whole thing will come down because it's just a gift wrapping paper tube, and I want to use it as a lightsaber. Oh! Oh my God, we have a brave one here. Audience, our first ever shelf owner inclusion into the bookshelf roast, except for that one time the person snuck themselves naked in a reflection, and I did not catch it until the video was live, and I had to cut it out in post. I'm really glad very few people seem to have caught that before it was removed. Anyway...
Why would you tell me that story?
I'm going to go ahead and give you bonus points because I like your socks. Fun socks are always nice.
I can smell you.
You're reading Stephen King. That's cool. The shelf itself is almost not the focal point of this, and I can see why, because you've done an absolutely dog-ass job of displaying the books in a way that's eye-catching. You have the Juniper, full Wheel of Time, hidden. Because you're like, oh, I spent nearly $1,000 on this. Let's put it behind the chair. Brilliant!
Brilliant! Brilliant!
I like that you have this kind of like Sisyphean, is that Sisyphus, the guy's pushing it up the hill? I don't know. You got some guy on the top looking like he's forever trying to move a block of books that he just cannot manage. I mean, who could? That's way bigger than him. Most insultingly to all of us as a whole, blatant trash on the floor.
Even here in Hillbilly Hell, we have standards.
I'm giving you more bonus points though, because that shirt also is rad as hell. Is that just a pitcher of water? Why? What are you? The lamp's also nice. One thing that doing this show has taught me is that late-stage capitalism resulted in a lot of us having the exact same furniture, and it's kind of disturbing. This one stands out despite the shelves being very basic because it's got a couple nice touches like that lamp and that shelf on the wall, which for some reason has a pitcher. D. Oh, there's an hourglass. I love hourglasses. That's a oh, and Calvin and Hobbes. C-, and I'm bitter about it. This is just bold. Brave. Even. It's antithetical commentary on the very concept of what it means to do a bookshelf roast. Dare I say, we have a Van Gogh of bookshelves here. Someone who's willing to take the straight lines, the elegant curves, and just kick them all over like their dad clearly did to them out of the house out of just sheer raw animalistic disappointment. Overall, I'm going to give this an A+, because say what you will about how absolutely horrendous your ability is to live and function as an adult, you're unashamedly your own proud failure. A+, parentheses, F. I've been looking at this for a minute, Victoria, trying to find a way to roast your ass. It's just kind of nice. I knew I lost when I was fixating on the bicycle helmet, but in reality, that just means you go outside and touch grass, which I do. I touch grass. It's firm like mutton. The leaves are clearly fake and plastic, but you've somehow managed to make just stacking bricks like Minecraft, almost said Mario, and some boards look borderline elegant. It's amazing what some sanding and stain will do for you. I'm giving you a begrudging B.
Like
I
jazz.
wanted to be mean, but you've succeeded. Oh, this is one of my mods. Oh, wow. All right. They really wanted to submit their shelf, and they're clearly proud of their collection. It's a good book collection. Also, a lot of consistent series through with like the same coherent line. Oh, you got 2 of my books. I can feel you kissing ass. I can feel the lips really on my brown lips right now. You even got my bad books. But unfortunately, what's impressive here, Brian, is how despite how much effort you've put into the knackage, despite how much effort you've put into these editions of shelves, one, you are a horrendous photographer. You're like, you know what you need for a bookshelf roast? This close. You need this. This is what works for the shelf roast. You stupid, moronic fuck. You're a mod. I should probably be a little nicer. You thought I wouldn't spot it. You were like, ha ha ha, I'll just put the forehead in there. So Daniel's Popdar will not ping it. Wrong. There's a forehead of a Harry Potter Funko Pop up there with a line of wands. Dude, like, I get being a fantasy fan. I get having some props. But a Harry Potter Funko Pop?
How embarrassing.
Come here, little boy. Get in my van with the Funko Pops. That's what I'm going to start saying Funko Pop people strike me as. If you're an adult with Funko Pops, you got a dirty van. All right, you wanted a harsh roast. There you go. Wait, what did you say? Here's my shelves. I have way more manga in storage. I knew. Don't worry, I knew, Brian.
We can all tell.
And more books in the mail, but here's my current setup. Feel free to roast my collection itself, too. No wide shuts because everything is way too spread out. Good excuse, you Funko hider. Living out of a small bedroom right now. Oh, now I feel like an ass. And that feeling is gone. Good luck lighting a fire for the roast. Oh, no, they had flooding damage. Is that what I'm seeing here? No! Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, Jesus. Oh, and there's probably book damage too. That's just awful. And in this economy, Orinator, I'm so sorry to say this, but your genuine roast is my first actual sincere F of the day.
You should have protected him, mate! He was your
Bookshelf.
It's a failure. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. No, listen. It's not your fault. It's not. Unless you were the one who caused the flooding, then it's absolutely your fault. Temporary industrial under the desk shelf until I buy a proper one. All right. This is Under the desk shelf? That's kind of fine. You must have shorter legs than me because my knees would just be an absolute nightmare on that. I also see you have some indie sellers in there. Guys and gals, no, it's just guys doing this, pointing that out as an observation of society. Guys, you're taking your shot? Back up. I need more information, not less. If you want me to roast you, this can't be the shot. The teardrop thing is a nido. What? What teardrop thing? What am I looking at? What the Where's the teardrop thing? There's like a little cherry purple and a heart. Wow, this inevitable ruin is a lot thicker than I thought it was. This is like something people don't entirely understand about bookshelf roasts, right? They expect me to give this an F. You're missing the plot. This is a functional TBR shelf that I actually believe a reader is using. That's bonus points. It's not an A. Let's be clear on that. But also you have my favorite Pokemon, or what my evolution of my favorite Pokemon next to it, and my book. Thanks for the cases. So I'm going to give this a C-. This is a functional shelf. It's something I believe you use. You got some Legos on it. Good time. I like the knackage. Appropriate. I enjoy the plantage. The shot glasses for Avatar. Neat. The side stackers. And is that a double stack? Oh, you dirty bitch. The monkey's cool. Why do you have empty cans behind there? I need to have a therapist available for some of you because I know I've found hoarders doing this. Maybe one day that can will be... It won't. It will not. Something I need to say with my chest. Unless you are buying something that is artificially a limited run, these people who collect cans that have their names on them or other collectibles that are mass-produced and still being printed, they will never be valuable. The day and age of like a toy from the 50s becoming valuable over time is gone because things are so mass-produced so cheaply and non-repairable. I'm done. Wait, what? I'm going to look at this again and make sure I'm seeing... I'm afraid to zoom in.
I'm going to do it for you.
All Stars, the Titastic Trailblazer, and it features a female-presenting individual who's carrying a bag of what I assume is their own cutout titties, judging by the scarring and bleeding. Is this progressive or extremely homophobic? Oh, okay, you have it's progressive. I don't know what it is out of context, so I gotta search for clues. I used to penalize people more and more for having a bunch of open space on their shelves, but I've seen arguments against that, and to be clear, I pay attention when y'all argue against my ratings, and I agree with what I saw. I am being corrected.
Open space on a shelf is just potential. It is not inherently a negative thing, and I'd rather you leave it open to show the future growth than just cram shit in there, because that's how you end up with like video games and DVDs and whatever, just stacked in arbitrarily.
I sleep here every night, and their name is Sea of Literature. I see the empty shelf. I know you pulled them all out, laid them down here to make this joke. Credit where credit's due. 10 out of 10. And also, I'm going to do this for you. Tam, too basic to roast. F. Hey, what is that? Is that a Warcraft 3 Night Elf? D-. All good knackage. All well placed out. I'm giving you a straight C. Although you have a lot of started series, but not finished. Are you a chronic series starter, not finisher? That's fine if that's your reading habit. You don't got to finish stuff. It's just, I'm curious now. I like your little planetarium. Planetarium? Terrarium? An arium word. God damn. Okay. Again, I'm not going to mark you down for the free space. That's fine by me. And at least you understand the basics of structural photography and give me a full shot to establish things. Good skull. Love me a little bit of edge in there. Good, beautiful setting. Combine those elements of whimsy and horror. It's a good combo. It's like salty and sweet. I'm going to give you a straight C, but you have a lot of potential here. This could be an A one day. Just don't buy anything plastic and crappy and put it on there. Is that Orlando Bloom in a top hat behind a Dalek? Okay, no questions. You have a similar obsession that I do with the Titanic. Recently, I've been reading all kinds of accounts from people who survived the Titanic and such. It's been fascinating, and actually, that's not why I'm here. Moving on. Is that a container of food? That's food. That's food in Tupperware. Under something, meaning it's been there for a while on your shelf. F, and please stop. F, parenthesize, please stop, close parenthesize. Believe it or not, I've given loads of books to a charity shop. I normally would reward that. Throw away that food. That is the funniest looking Captain America I have ever seen. Currently out of country for university, so all I have is my Kobo, but these are my shelves at home. A lot of books were brought in from middle school and high school. I promise the Funkos were a gift. I don't give a f. This is like when you confront a drug addict and they're like, but I it's just leftover from the... I don't care. I don't care if I walk in the room and someone happened to have just tossed a Funko in through the window. You get rid of it, right? That is the equivalent of having bookshelf crystal meth on display. It's a problem. Throw it out. Maybe call the appropriate authorities on the matter. And I'm going to say from experience, though, don't bother trying to destroy them. As someone who, for a video gag, tried to destroy a Funko Pop once, those bastards are sturdy. F. You know why. Five Nights at Freddy's. I have no exposure to Five Nights. You kept the boxes. Those aren't gifts you don't care about. You dirty liar. If you didn't care about them, you wouldn't have kept the boxes, would ya? Also, in general, people who keep boxes for stuff, stop. Unless it's electronics, which weirdly you get more money for if you're selling them if you keep the box, fine.
Stop.
No one is going to want your Funko Pop box. Stay safe. Keep out of my room. Yeah, this is giving off hardcore teenager vibes. Like, not bad ones. You are an acceptably organized, neat, it's not disgusting teenager. But this is giving massive, I am still in high school energy. And take that extension cord, pull your bookshelf 2 inches from the wall, slip it behind there. Your room looks a lot better. And you're less likely to accidentally yank it out, which I do with cords all the time. I never look where I step. It's a problem. The hanging lightsaber. It's something that I am really conflicted on whenever I see it. This shelf is stunningly lit. The dedication to Star Trek is a lot on that one area, but if that's your thing, at least it's giving me more personality than, quite literally, every other bookshelf so far this week. It's been a little disappointing for y'all's personalities coming through. But you also are keeping it streamlined across the top, so I ain't mad at it. I just am not sure about the lightsaber. The book collection is cool. I like that you got some Discworld and Watt. It's just could be a little more bulked out, but the whole artwork above, you got a Balrog. I'm not going to complain here, and I'm going to give you a B+, especially because of the Lego tank. Lego tank is tight. That Simba is the most stoned-looking stuffed animal I have ever seen. There's a reason he got over his dad's death. Oh, my guy had a good time with Timon and Pumbaa. And there's Funko Pops. All right, F. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the thumbnail for this one, and it's either going to be really cool once we zoom in, or terribly, terribly disappointing. Let's zoom in. Okay, alcohol. I like the black addiction. The Black Addiction. What the Black Edition of the Wheel of Time from Juniper. Toit. You have a lot of Sanderson special editions, a lot of complete series. You're doing a little bit of butt kissing for me down below, which is fun. Dungeon Crawler Carl reads something that's recommended by someone else. I know that sounds strange coming from a book critic, but I promise you, my taste does not have to be yours. Expand your horizons. Read. I think I've read everything, actually. Never mind. That's a wall. You got the drinks next to it. I'm immediately assuming you're the kind of person who cracks one open, sits in a recliner, has a good time. This is the widest possible range for possible review on first impression, and it's all going to depend on this zoom in, and you all know why. They're Funko adjacent? I'm really confused. You broke the system. I don't know what that is. Is it a Funko? Is it something cool? I don't know. I say that without even opening it. I just safely assume. You all disappoint me regularly. Assassin's Creed. Okay, but it fits with the Brent Weeks. I'm not It's a little over-knacked. I think every single person's going to agree this is slightly too knacktified, but you caveated that in the start, and it's helped by the fact there's a lot of really cool knack here. I mean, this little mask, I would buy that off you if I ever saw you in person. That's rad. This one, the little reading nook corner. Okay, maybe this is just a me thing. If you're going to have a reading corner, putting it in a nice corner, cozy, right? I can picture someone having a drink, sitting down, maybe a smoke if that's your thing, and just flipping through the chapters and letting the world pass them by. If you make it a flat shot with it just back against the wall, that feels like prison shit. I don't know why. It's just a whole different thing where it's like maybe you're a mob boss in a slightly nicer prison cell, but it's just such a not cozy vibe, and I can't justify it besides a feeling in my gut. This is just not my taste. And I really don't like the wire that you... Okay, this is a trick my dad taught me, and it's absolutely worth your time. Take a little thing, punch a hole in the wall, slide the wire through. It's easier to catch it from within if you just knock a slightly bigger hole below than you'd think. Snag it. There's these wall repair kits you very easily can put over. If you're smart, you got paint to match the wall. Boom, it will take you 10 minutes to do once you get the process down, and then you do not have that wire forever. And it's so much aesthetically better. If you do that and report back to me and show me proof, ping me. I'll let you ping me. A. But as it is now, because I'm going off my own taste, I'm gonna give you a D. It's just, I don't know, something about this just feels uninspired to me. There's no real knactitude. And of course, my attention's immediately drawn to the game console and the TV. It's big, it's bright, and it's taking away from what should be a shelf space. Whoa, I posted this a couple hours ago, and we're at the final one that's been submitted during this time. And talk about cozy. A little cluttered, but I like the skull. Badass. The lamp with the bald eagle. It looks like something a really patriotic grandma would have. And that's how I'm picturing you now, and I appreciate having you in my audience. And there's some additions in here that are really pretty that I've not seen before. Love an adorable wedding photo. Imagine, right? You're a human being. You have photos of good moments, and you can put them on a shelf. But instead, you choose to take something, shat out, uncaringly, in a plastic format labeled a Funko Pop, and instead of putting your greatest moments of humanity on display for people to see, you just plop that right down. That's why I hate you all. That's too harsh. This is so cute. I really like this shelf. It's got good vibe. Oh, the desk. God, I need to see everything before I talk. Why do I talk before I see everything? That being said, this is not that bad. It's just the Mountain Dew. I saw that and my eyes seared, but it's cool. I like the little mushroom dude. The statue's amazing. I'm going to give you a very, very cheap way to make this look a lot better, right? I can see you have some space from like the windowsill up, something that actually Kayla is currently building in her office on her own. You can get like behind Lowe's or behind Home Depot, like scrap wood, asked to get some wide enough to be a shelf, typically 6 to 10 inches, I think. And then just get some bracers for just a couple bucks. And then if you just attach them at your studs, very easy to find studs, you can do an upper shelf, take a lot of that off your desk, put it up there above your desk. It'll look a lot hotter. Ooh, then you'll be suddenly coming home to your desk and go, oh, I don't feel cluttered sitting here. I can spread out, enjoy my stuffed mushroom man. I am thrilled to say, as of recording, I have roasted every single shelf that was posted in response in my Discord server. If you would like to have your shelf roasted next time, all you gotta do is join the Discord server, throw it into the bookshelf roast when you get pinged after I do that notifications wanted ping, and then you'll be a part of the roastification. If you'd like to see more of my face, hop on over to Patreon and you can get a Jade City summary. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Have a good one, y'all. The Wheel of Time Foxhead Medallion ring is only available till Friday. Get it? Literally, as I was recording, Mr. Sir Person just posted, and I do not want to take away your opportunity to be roasted, because technically you did make it in before I turned off the camera. That was good timing. Gonna look at this? Gonna look at this? Too basic to roast. Good dog.